those songs that we used to listen to as kids, and hearing you sing it. I follow you on Facebook Live sometimes, and I'm dancing in my house and having a lot of fun. Apart from all of that, you're also a dad who is very present for his kids and talking about your children. Thanks for bringing that up. And again, they're two amazing boys and loving the healthcare sector. So, if we want to talk a little bit about your musical side, what would you say inspired the pianist in you? Would you say that is something that was put in you, like your parents encouraged you to play the piano? Like I have one for my daughter now. She plays it sometimes, sometimes she doesn't. But were you the kind of kid that grew up with a piano and you finally made it something that you couldn't let go of anymore? How was it for you?
Well, when I was only 6 years old, I visited a friend. I always call his name out because it's not a stranger to me. It's like a brother. It's called Nyamboli Olivet. We all call him D.A. Dada. I went to his house and I saw a little piano on a certain Christmas day. Our dads used to ask us, "What gift do you want for Christmas?" And I would go ahead and pick all those toys. When I was 5, I picked what? I picked a machine gun. So when I was 6, between the age of 5 and 6, I had gone to Dada's house and seen this piano, which, when I touched it, I felt something different. Needless to say that my late mom was a very good dancer, very good singer. She liked music, so that is just an aside. But when I saw this piano, I came back home and I told my dad, I said, "Dad, listen, for Christmas this year, I want a piano." When I was only 6, there was nothing else you can get from me that would give me full satisfaction because I found myself at the age of 5 asking my dad every time, "Let's go to Dada's house. Let's go to Dada's house." You know, and for me, I'm a very independent person. I wanted that independence. That's why you see me play by myself. I'm a one-man band because I've always liked to build an independent force. So at the age of 6, my first piano. It was called Bontempi. For those who know Bontempi pianos, they were like little toy pianos we had back in the days. Um, when I put from what I had been getting from Dada's house, it was easy for me to relate to that piano. I knew what a key was. I knew what how they sounded, and that's how slowly started getting to know this instrument, practicing on my own, sleepless nights, you know, spending time on that piano. My dad I would not leave my dad rest because at the time those pianos they could only take batteries. They didn't have adapters.
Yeah.
So, you know, from there I felt that it was already happening for me. At the age of 6, even when I got to school, there were some years where I was distracted. My mom was so angry. She tried to stop me because the piano, when I was in Sacred Heart College, I was always in the chapel. I was always in the church. Needless to say, I ended up being the choir prefect, the sacristan, the church prefect. A guy like me who was very social and everybody thought I was going to be the social prefect, I ended up being the sacristan, the church
Sacristan.
prefect. That is where I was sure and convinced that this is what I wanted to do. I built choirs back in Sacred Heart College. I helped form the wonderful choir that we had. You know, I started spending that time at the church. I was not even paying attention to my studies because I only started in Form 2 to go to the church and lock myself in, pretending to be cleaning the church and opening the piano and getting on it. That's how this connection, this bond came across. And here we are today, couple of years later. Um, 25 years of professional piano music. Because I remember from Form 5, which was only in 98, I was already, playing in Milano Cabaret in Bamenda. So
Wow.
here we are, 2022. I think it's almost 25 years of a career of piano music. And then University of Boya, where we met, or where we knew each other, not met officially, but where we had time to spend. I was already getting on the piano, performing in the church in Moliko. I was already
Yep.
doing all of that. So for me, this piano, this guy right here, this no, let me call it this girl right here has been in my life because man, this is who I can't be touching a guy like this.